The 911 operator's voice broke through on the line as Karen Whitfield, who thinks herself queen of the Meadowbrook Estates HOA, pointed her finger toward the private entrance that adjoins Willow Creek Ranch. Her tone was loud and theatric, full of exaggeration. "There's a lady trying to get into our neighborhood. She's using some kind of device, possibly dangerous." Past the wrought iron gate, a tall woman dressed in modest clothing silently swiped a keycard. The lock beeped as it opened. Not even glancing in Karen's direction, she glided inside. Karen, obviously ruffled, yelled louder into the phone. "She's trespassing. Send officers immediately." Sirens broke the morning stillness a few minutes later. Two patrol cars stopped with lights flashing. Karen straightened her HOA blazer, certain her hour of triumph was upon her. But as the officers approached the woman, something Karen hadn't expected to happen. Both men saluted. The woman fished a badge out from beneath her coat. "Chief Rachel Chen, Willow Creek Police Department," she declared flatly. Karen's face paled. "Let me back up. I'm Rachel's husband, Marcus Chen." We had moved 6 months prior to Willow Creek for tranquility and elbow space, following decades of life in the city. Our 20-acre ranch bordered the Meadowbrook Estates subdivision and possessed a private electric gate connected to a recorded legal easement road since 1972. Convenience, privacy, and unchallenged property rights were some of the factors leading to our purchase of the land. Karen Whitfield didn't interpret it that way. A self-proclaimed monarch of Meadowbrook Estates HOA president, she thought our gate, which wasn't under her control, was a challenge to her authority. 2 days into our residency, she came to our doorstep with a clipboard and a smile that didn't extend to her eyes. "All residents must use the main entrance," she informed us. Rachel politely explained to us that we weren't part of the HOA and had our own entrance. Karen's smile froze. Following this, Karen made it her mission in life to make things difficult for us. She parked near our gate, photographing us. She followed delivery trucks and questioned our service personnel. One day she even tried to follow Rachel into the gate, where it closed inches from her rear bumper. Then the notice: "Your gate violates HOA visibility and uniformity standards. Remove it in 30 days or be assessed a daily penalty." We responded with a stack of documents, our deed, easement records, and our attorney's letter explaining in detail her complete lack of authority over our property. That should have settled it, but Karen came back at us. She complained to the town council, saying our gate was a threat to security. She spread rumors that we had a facility on the ranch. She even tried to challenge our property lines with the county assessor. Rachel kept her cool throughout it all. Her job demanded patience and professionalism, but even she wore thin from the harassment. And then came that morning of fog. Rachel, on her way to a police conference, came back home to pick up forgotten presentation folders. She was wearing civilian attire, having just come in from visiting our gate. Karen, hiding in the background, pounced out of behind ornamental hedges like a suburban ninja. "Stop! Identify yourself!" Karen yelled. Rachel didn't listen and swiped her card. Karen lost it. She phoned 911, describing Rachel as a threat. "Unidentified woman, maybe armed, acts aggressive, breaking locked HOA gate." 4 minutes later, officers Davidson and Martinez showed up. Karen huffed up to them out of breath, gesturing towards Rachel and unleashing her full Karen rage. But when the officers made it to Rachel and saw who she was, things quickly shifted. Rachel stood there calmly displaying her badge. "Gentlemen," she said, "I guess there's been a misunderstanding." They both straightened. "Chief Chen, sorry. We got a report." Rachel stood in front of Karen. "Miss Whitfield, you made some pretty serious charges." Karen's assurance crumbled into stutters. "I didn't know. You weren't in uniform." Rachel didn't even blink. "Officers, would you take a statement from Miss Whitfield and get the dispatch transcript?" Karen tried to retreat, but it was too late. Martinez led her to the squad car as Rachel contacted dispatch. "Flag the recent call as a potential misuse of emergency services. I'll need a full recording." Over the next hour, the evidence mounted. Surveillance of Rachel with a valid key card, gate records documenting 147 openings, dispatch recordings of Karen's hyperbolic calls, and a pattern of false alarms by her phone number. HOA control? Nada. Legal access? 100% documented. Karen stuttered apologies. I was protecting the community. A miscommunication. Rachel issued citations for abuse of emergency services, making a false report, and hindering access to property. Fines were $4,500, and she made it quite plain the DA would take a look at the case for possible misdemeanor charges. Karen paled, extending to catch Martinez's arm for support. But I have things I must do. You can't do this. You might have thought about that before you used 911 for your own vendetta, Rachel answered back. As the citations were being distributed, Karen's hands shook so hard she nearly dropped them. The HOA tyrant once feared was now nothing but a scared woman, stunned by the bitter reality of repercussions, all because of a gate she never had a right to control. Justice is not always served in a burst of lights and sirens. It sometimes arrives unobtrusively on the opposite side of a beeped gate through the means of soothing professionalism and a badge that matters. If you enjoyed this suburban drama of intrigue and sweet justice, remember to like, subscribe, and ring the bell. We have more actual stories showing what really happens when entitlement meets the law. If you enjoyed watching Karen's pseudo-authority go up in flames, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you never miss another facepalm justice smackdown. More jaw-dropping HOA takedowns and therapeutic neighborhood wins are coming. Don't miss it.